Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Katie, and today I want to talk about decisions. How do you define the right decision? Steve Jobs often prioritized career over family, focusing on innovation and building Apple into a tech giant. But in his later years, he expressed regret for not spending more time with his family. Did he make the right decision? I also struggle a lot when trying to balance studies and my family. I was raised by my grandma, and after I went to elementary school, she moved back to Geelong. But every month, I will go visit her and stay there for at least 2 days. However, in junior year, academic stress began to overwhelm me, especially in May. During the month, I had a violin competition, a science fair, a writing contest, and a midterm. So when my mom asked me if I want to go visit her that month, I hesitated. We all knew this moment would come, but when it really did, I freaked out because I was so afraid to ruin my family bond. Decisions about family relationships are so hard, especially for Asians, because we don't show our affections. If my dad tells me, I love you, am I gonna cry because I'll think he's gonna die? So we don't tell our love. Oh, maybe there's some yelling and punishing, as the Chinese saying goes, hitting is affection and scolding is love. Okay, that's too aggressive. A calmer way we show our affection is by spending time together. So when it comes to my case, I was so afraid to miss the moments when my grandma and I can walk along the waterfront, listen to her old stories and the sound of waves. Moments when we can cook my childhood meals together and play mahjong. These priceless memories are opportunity cost I will have to bear if I choose not to visit her. But if I go visit her and sacrifice 3 days of studying under this stressful condition, will we actually be able to have a nice conversation when I'm in such bad mood? You know, we have different priorities at different ages. For me, it's academics. For my parents, it's work and family. And for my grandma, it's health. So if my grandma sees me right now, she will probably just stare at my dark circles and says, "You look like a raccoon." Well, I feel quite energetic. Or she might tell me not to eat junk food and follow a regimen, but I just want to enjoy my life. So our perspectives will always diverge. But what we can do is to have a good mental state, so we don't turn every conversation into an argument. Thus, I believe the best timing to visit her is after I get my life together, settle down and get into a college. Many people regret not visiting their parents because of studies and careers. But personally, I believe it's reasonable and forgivable because we just don't want to visit them with our empty hands. I mean, of course, my grandma will say, "I don't need you to be successful to come back. I just want to see you." But really? I mean, of course, maybe she doesn't care about the titles, but what about my mental state that's influenced by all these achievements? So starting from May, I decided not to visit her, but instead, I wrote a card to her to show my gratitude and love. Handwritten letters are rare nowadays, but for me, they are more genuine and straightforward to express my feeling. So it can be kept as a record. My grandma can read it for several times if she wants, and I don't feel awkward. I believe it's even more efficient to strengthen my family bond. People struggle before making a decision because they are afraid to bear the opportunity cost. And they regret after making a decision because they believe they've somehow lost the opportunity cost and made the wrong decision. But think deeply, do I really have opportunity cost? Well, I don't believe opportunity cost exists in our decisions. Because what are decisions? Why not call them choices, options, or guesses, where we can also choose different results? Well, the cool thing about decision is, once we make the decision, the other option completely disappears. The moments I might spend with my grandma never existed. So we are now walking on the only path and experiencing the only thing that could happen. There's no way we can compare ourselves to another path that we didn't choose. So we will never know our losses, and honestly, we don't have any losses. So don't doubt yourself like, if I did it this way, will I have another outcome? Possibilities. They are in the future decisions, not in the past. There is no opportunity cost for us to sacrifice. I often tell myself a good poker player can always win the game, even with bad cards. So instead of asking myself, did I do it right? I will make it right. That's why, after I decided not to visit my grandma, I immediately wrote a card to her so I can make this decision the best possible way. If I like this decision and I can maintain a good mental state within the decision, then that's the right decision. Let me take another example. Mother Teresa didn't choose career nor family. She sacrificed both for the sake of altruism. But she felt fulfilled and joyful while helping the poor. So we all concurred that she had made the right decision. And 5 months later, I will go visit my grandma happily. And you may wonder, will she wait until that day? Well, definitely. Because her voice is louder as the seagull, and she walks as fast as a pigeon. So I believe we will have a pleasant time together. Thank you.